Most people think Monopoly is a board game, something you play on a rainy Sunday with your family. You argue about who gets the car. You flip the board when your sister puts a hotel on boardwalk. Then you put it away and forget about it. For Jewish people, it's not a game. It's a history lesson. We've been playing it in real life for 3,000 years. And we didn't play for fun. We played because they took the board away from us over and over, and every single time we had to start from zero and figure out how to win again. Something most people don't know. The actual board game Monopoly was based on a game from 1904 called The Landlord's Game, and it was designed to show how unfair the system was, how landlords get rich while tenants stay poor. It was supposed to be a warning, but what happened? People loved being the landlord. They loved collecting rent and bankrupting their friends. The game was meant to criticize wealth concentration. Instead, it became a manual for it. Jewish people didn't need a board game to learn that lesson. We learned it through blood and exile. For over 1,000 years across Europe, they told us we could not own land. In medieval Europe, Jews were classified as serfs of the chamber. We belonged to the king. He could tax us, expel us, take everything we had. And the worst part was this: we could not own land. Banned from farming, banned from the guilds. They pushed us into money lending because Christians couldn't charge interest. Then they hated us for being in money lending. In 1290, every Jew was expelled from England. France expelled us in 1306, Germany in 1394, Spain in 1492. Country after country, properties seized, wealth confiscated, starting over with nothing but the knowledge in your head. And it didn't stop there. Even when we were allowed to stay, we were forced into ghettos, forced to wear badges, taxed for entering cities, blamed for plagues we were also dying from. We were the most unwanted tenants in history. And that experience burned one lesson into our DNA deeper than anything else. Imagine playing Monopoly like that. Every time you build up your properties, somebody flips the board, takes your money, takes your houses, takes your hotels, tells you to go play somewhere else. What would you learn? I'll tell you. You would learn that nothing is more important than owning property, and you would never take it for granted again. My grandfather came to this country with nothing, and the first thing he did when he had enough money was buy property. Not a car, not fancy clothes, property. Because 1,000 years of exile taught our people one thing: they can take your business, they can freeze your accounts, but the land stays. Now let me give you the monopoly strategy Jewish families have been running for generations. Rule 1. Collect the properties. In Monopoly, you don't win by sitting on cash. You win by owning as many properties as possible, as fast as possible. The Talmud teaches that a person should keep 1/3 of his wealth in land. Maimonides said, "Sell your possessions and buy a field." But never sell a field to buy possessions. That is 800-year-old wisdom that beats anything on a financial podcast today. Get property. A duplex, a fourplex, anything. Get your name on a deed. Rule 2. Never sell. Every property I sold in my early years went on to double and triple in value. The smart play is to hold forever. Use 1031 exchanges to trade up without paying capital gains. When your children inherit, they get a stepped-up basis and all the deferred taxes are wiped out. That is how you win Monopoly in real life. Collect and never give them back. Rule 3. Build the hotels. You don't just buy property, you improve it. Better kitchens, better bathrooms, better curb appeal, higher rent, better tenants, faster appreciation. The cost of improvements can be depreciated on your taxes, so the government subsidizes your upgrades. Don't sit on Baltic Avenue and hope it turns into Boardwalk. Build on it until it performs like Boardwalk. Rule 4. Collect rent every single month. This is the heart of the whole game. Once you own enough properties, the checks come in whether you're working or not. You could be on vacation. You could be in the hospital. You could be sleeping. The rent still hits your account. But here's what most people miss. The rent isn't just income. It's also paying down your mortgage. Your tenants are buying the building for you. Every single month, the mortgage balance drops. Your equity rises. You didn't do anything extra. The tenant did the work for you. That is the monopoly secret. When someone else pays your rent, they are paying off your debt and building your wealth at the same time. Rule 5. Don't go bankrupt. In the game, people lose because they run out of cash. Land on someone's hotel and can't pay. Game over. Same in real estate. The number one killer is overextension. Too much debt, no reserves. The Torah teaches that Jacob split his possessions into 2 camps before meeting Esau. If one gets destroyed, the other survives. That is risk management from 4,000 years ago. Keep cash. 6 months reserves per property. Fixed-rate mortgages only. Every property must cash flow from day 1. Rule 6. Know the rules better than anyone. Smart Monopoly players know every rule on the page. In real estate, the rules are the tax code, depreciation, cost segregation, 1031 exchanges, real estate professional status. The government permanently restored 100% bonus depreciation. You can write off massive amounts in year 1. These aren't loopholes. They're rules built into the system. Most people just never learn them. Rule 7. Build for the next generation. The Talmud tells a story about a man planting a carob tree that won't bear fruit for 70 years. They asked him, why bother? He said, my grandfather planted for me. I plant for my grandchildren. That's real estate. You buy today. In 50 years, your grandchildren collect rent from something you planted before they were born. For 1,000 years, they took the board away from us, expelled us, banned us from owning land, confiscated our properties, and every single time, we came back. We rebuilt. We bought more. Because we understood a truth that Monopoly teaches every player. The person who owns the most property wins. Always. You don't have to be Jewish to learn this. You don't have to come from money. You don't need a fancy degree. The lesson is universal, and it's been proven over 3,000 years of history. Own property. Improve it. Collect rent. Never sell. Build for the next generation. That's the game. Now you know how to play it. Hit that subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me, do you own property yet? If not, what's holding you back? I'm 73 years old. I've got nothing but time. God bless. Go buy your first property. start collecting rent. And never let anyone flip your board again.